Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio, and I'm here with Ian MacKillop in Montreal, Quebec. And we're going to find out a little bit about Ian, his career, and what he's up to nowadays. So Ian, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background in boxing, and what's going on.
I'm from Fredericton, New Brunswick. I started my amateur career there in about '89. I had close to 100 amateur fights, and at 20 years old I went to LA and started my pro career from there, and ended up retiring in about 2009 here in Montreal.
So when you were down in LA, I remember, I think at one time you were being trained by Freddie Rhodes?
Yeah, I was with Freddie for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
As a wildcard gym for the first half of my career.
And how was that experience?
It was fantastic. At the time, it was the best gym in the world, and you know, it was good. I learned a lot. I met a lot of good people in boxing.
During your professional career, what would you say would have been some of the highlights of that?
I've had a few. I mean, my dream in life was to see a fight at Caesar's Palace. That's where all the greats fought, Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. So my dream was always to watch a fight there. My fifth pro fight, I was actually able to fight on one of the cards there. I fought on the Shane Mosley, Shannon Taylor undercard. So that was a bit of a dream come true for me. I fought in Australia. I was lucky to fight. I had a great manager. He had me fighting all over the world. So I had a good, enjoyable career.
And so you said 2009 you retired, and so what's been going on since that time?
Really, I was injured in a car crash. Shortly after I won my titles in Australia in 2006. So I initially retired in 2006. But a year later I made a comeback, and with very little success. So I eventually finally retired in 2009, 2010. But my real retirement should have been 2006.
Okay. And so what have you been up to lately?
I started training some boxers about 4 or 5 years ago, and Shaquille being the first real fighter that I trained, and it's been a good steady road since. Really focused on Shaquille right now. I do have some other fighters that I train as well. I train Adam Green, who's fighting Paul Disdell for the Canadian title April 29th in Saskatoon. I'm working a little bit with Francie Antitude. Some other, Jessica Kamara, who's a very good female boxer. And the stable's growing.
And so if people want to get a hold of you, what would they do? How would they contact you?
Shaquille and I opened this gym, the Donnybrook Gym here in Montreal, and this is our base, so they can get a hold of me through the gym.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us and let the fans know what you are up to. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO or through email at okposio@hotmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe through YouTube by going to Dameon Okposio to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.